An administrator at a large university wants to conduct a survey to estimate the proportion of students who are satisfied with the appearance of the university buildings and grounds. The administrator is considering three methods of obtaining a sample of 500 students from the 70,000 students at the university. The first one is because of financial constraints. The first method the administrator is considering consists of taking a convenience sample to keep the expenses low. A very large number of students will attend the first football game of the season, and the first 500 students who enter the football stadium could be used as a sample. Why might such a sample method be biased in producing an estimate of the proportion of students who are satisfied with the appearance of the buildings and grounds?
So for part A, we see that this is in fact a convenience bias, and that what this does is by sampling the first 500 students to come to the football game, you're more likely to see students who have high levels of school spirit and to be more satisfied with the university as a whole, which means that they'll give higher ratings for approval of the buildings and grounds, and you'll have a skewed, biased survey that's leading you to believe that there's higher approval of the buildings and grounds than there actually is. You see we've written down our answer for part A there.
Because of the large number
moving on part B.
Because of the large number of students at the university, the second method the administrator is considering consists of using a computer with a random number generator to select a simple random sample of 500 students from a list of 70,000 student names. Describe how to implement such a method.
So how we would do this is that we're going to assign values between 1 and 70,000 to the entire list of the students, and we would use a random number generator to select 500 of those numbers from 1 to 70,000. Then once you have those 500 numbers, or those 500 people, you go to them, give them a survey, and that will create a simple random sample of your student population.
Because stratification can provide a more precise estimate than a simple random sample, the third method the administrator is considering consists of selecting a stratified random sample of 500 students. The university has two campuses with the male and female students at each campus. Under what circumstances would stratification by campus provide a more precise estimate of the proportion of students who are satisfied with the appearance of the university buildings and grounds than stratification by gender?
Now, for part C, we see that the stratification by campus would be more appropriate if you were testing whether or not one campus had better buildings and grounds, or if there was better approval for one campus than the other. And stratification by gender would test if one gender appealed to the current buildings more, perhaps if the buildings were more suited for males or females, and it was stratified by gender.